on stage first couple of days of that World Championship. So from official to player, can he make his mark at the Worlds? Your commentators, Nigel Pearson and Sid Waddell.
Well, welcome Nigel to the box here, a magnificent atmosphere. And what a chick, he's originally a smuggy, that's why he's a cheeky Geordie. He won the bull and then said to Barney, you go first, pal, because you're the big cheese. Cheeky chappy, ho. You get a bit of a lesson, Nige.
Yeah, Barneveld, a determined character, desperate to go through to the second round. The winner will face Wes Newton, who beat Per Lawson earlier today. The second round a week tonight, that game. Round number 2. And Barney, winner in 2007, but hasn't had the best of years, it's fair to say. When it comes to silverware, we got to the final of the World Grand Prix in Dublin in October. That's the best in a televised event. And he'll be looking to end that barren spell here at the Alexandra Palace.
Some match that as well. Taylor won that quite easy against Barney. And Taylor was trying to do 22 180s in that. What a man! Well, the adopted Geordie, former cricketer, played minor counties for Cleveland. Could be on a sticky wicket here.
Yeah, talented sportsman, Mark Stephenson.
137.
22-gram unicorn darts. There's Ed, Barney's mentor and manager. First to 3 sets, remember. Takes the victory in this first round tie.
And talking about the hardware, tungsten wear, Barney, important is, has gone back to his old darts. The darts you'll remember in Bournemouth, did a 9th darter in the league in 06, and then cleared the board of most prizes in 07, including the world title.
Barneveld clear favourite for this game, as you would expect. Stephenson, though, playing well here. That's a nice visit to the board. And now double 14 needed for Barney to take an early lead. Middle of the bed. First attempt at the double. Absolutely no mistake whatsoever.
115 average Barney. Geordie 1-2-2. Left gasping. Whoa. We're in for another cracker here. What a night. We've seen the swooping eagle from the Volga. Now we're seeing some Dutch fire with these old darts, the old faithfuls that were so good to him as he blitzed everybody in 07.
Absolutely wonderful atmosphere, and Stephenson putting on a bit of style early on with his second 10-40 score of the game. And Barneveld looking cool, looking calm. Well, looking typically Barney.
That's right. Well, he hasn't got a stovepipe hat or spats, but Stephenson throwing a rocket.
93.
Both averaging 111. Sydney blinks. Nigel adjusts his specs. Yeah, 111 average.
140.
And the big scores just keep on coming from Barneveld, looking to break the throw in this first set of the match. Against anybody else, you get the feeling Stephenson, with this start to the game, would be in a pretty good position.
Spot on, Nige. But also we're talking about first year, the non-atmosphere, only 94 averages. But now we are in a cooking cauldron. Is it ever? Bit of osmosis. Atmosphere coming through the two players. Both averaging over 100.
On the biggest stage of all, the Alexandra Palace and the World Championship, double 18 for Barneveld. Oh, he is throwing majestically at the double. He's broken Stephenson's throw. He's 2-0 ahead in the first set. And maybe, just maybe, a little bit of sympathy towards Stephenson, who's played well so far, but he's 2-0 down.
Spot on, Nige, yeah. But then again, there's a lot of markers being put down here. No pun intended, Barker being the man with the black chalk. Barney, quite aware that Taylor did things like trying to do 20 to 180s against him in Ireland. Now, Barney is trying to top the Hamilton average of 102 and the Taylor average of 97. We came out to jungle music and the tom-toms go when this kind of rat-tat-tat is going on by one of the favourites.
Stephenson, a qualifier for the UK Open Finals last year, got to round 2 and win over Jeff Wiley.
70.
And quite an experience on his World Championship debut on the big stage here at the Ali Pali.
And
140.
well, you still remember the Northumberland County darts team wore the red and gold of the Percy family that I wore in the hop, step and jump. It's a 15-year-old. Absolutely true.
56.
All-round athlete. Barney used to be a bit of a footballer. Oh, he's caning the board, Barney.
Started off superbly. It's a magnificent display. 177. Imperious from Barneveld.
And it takes a lot to impress Equable Edge, his manager.
Raymond, you required
But 140 would impress anybody. Double 6 for Barney. Wow! Goes it!
Attempts at a double out of 4, 75% success rate. And he really is laying a marker down against the former marker, Mark Stephenson, who was a marker on the board at the Circus Tavern a couple of years ago.
96.
And he's gone back to these darts, his manager said, because they were the darts with which he had the 9th dart at Bournemouth in 06, and then subsequently 104 at Reading, gets back to that. 102 against Lloyd at Newport, picking up an 07, 107 against Jenkins, and 204s. So his average release in the Premier Dart League over 2 years was 106.
And, well, the fans chanting Barney Army. They're right behind him here at the start of this second set. First to 3 goes through. And Wes Newton awaits the winner next Saturday in the second round.
When Barney won the 07 title, world title, he consulted a Zen Meister for 3 months before the match. He said, in the big matches, just remember who you are when you're under pressure or you're not throwing badly. Stand back, take a deep breath and say, I am Raymond van Barneveld. And that's what he did against Taylor. No 180s in the first 3 sets of the final of 07, then 21 to pip Taylor. So if he adds a bit of Zen, don't know if there is Zen in Muswell Hill, but if he can find a Zen then, could well average well over the 102 posted by Hamilton earlier as the best. Oh! Brilliant! Maybe he well needs the Zen then.
First one of the game. Meantime,
64.
Stephenson set himself up.
Raymond, you require
Will he get the chance though? Barneveld chasing 102. Perfect start. Double 18 for Barneveld for a sensational finish. Oh, he has just demoralised Mark Stephenson there because Stephenson thought he'd set himself up, and that was a finish of the highest order from that man, Barneveld.
Well, whatever the game, motor racing, finger wrestling in Argentina, the main aim of the game
55.
is to let the rest of the lads know where you are. And Barney is in the zone. 105 average, best under now, 102 to Andy Hamilton.
140.
Barney given a masterclass.
Just looking so calm and in control. And
96.
he's only missed 1 shot at the double in 5 attempts. That's how dominating he's been. And Stephenson, we must emphasise, has not played badly so far. And there's still a match to come tonight. Manley and Suljevic. Plenty of entertainment ahead there as well. Stay with us throughout the night. Here at the World Championship at the Alexandra Palace in London. Brilliant stuff.
Bring your Uncle Joe, bring your Aunt Sally, cause things get cracking with tungsten at the Pally. We love the Pally glide. Barney off glide at the moment.
60.
Worst shots your phone, Nige.
Yeah, Barneveld's just been in a class of his own. And Stephenson will be wondering what's hit him so far, because he's not been playing too badly. His average has slipped below the 90 mark now, but he's not had a shot at a double yet. That is the story of the game. Not had a sniff, therefore, of an opportunity, because this man has dominated.
Has he ever? Yeah, in that purple patch.
97.
Half of 06 and all of 07. Not only did he put 107 averages, but he came back from some 5-0 downs, did Barney. Treble. Well, went for the 60 there. So Barney to go further ahead. Sitting on average of 103. Double it. Oh! Missing out, as they say at Blind Spartan Social Club.
Middle of the bed. Barneveld sending that message to his rivals. Watching this, they can see he is in tip-top form. He's hit the ground running in the World Championships. After a year where, as we say, when it comes to televised tournaments,
96.
the best we've seen is his final appearance in the World Grand Prix in October. Went out in the semi-final in the UK Open at Bolton in the summer. But on this form, who would bet against him?
Nigel just put his iPod on my dirty old notes, so I'll just shuffle them around. Electronics in the commentary box, I love it. Barney, incandescent. Important point as well. He gets the hex in some venues. Didn't like Blackpool, lost there to Priestley. But with this crowd, the Barney Army, this is a man in sync with the ambience.
Yeah, he has said, Barneveld, in the past, hasn't he, that he's been playing against the audience at times. Certainly not the case here tonight. He's tried everything as well with the old earplugs as well in the past, Barneveld. And he has cut the figure of a discontented man at times when it comes to his relationship with the crowds. But tonight, the Barney Army are in fine voice.
That's right. Well, when your hero does a Chuck Berry, throws his floppy orange hat into the ground, you know he's rocking and rolling. Lovely dart by the Geordie.
134. Raymond, you require 80.
No problem with a treble 20. Double 10 needed for Barneveld. No problem with that as well. 103 average and 2 sets to 0 ahead. Success rate at the double all told for Barneveld. 2 sets to 0 ahead. And he's got the throw here. Off and running in the third set. Looking to go through with some comfort here. Average of 104.87.
47.
Yeah, pushing nearly 105. And I've got a note I made when he was at his peak in the middle of 07 in the Premier Dart League, and my adjective of the day was glissando.
140.
He is creaming into that 60. The Geordie lad from Yarmouth originally, so he's half smoggy.
57.
In a fog, because Barney is shooting for home with brilliance. Previous best average in this tournament as we end day 3, 102 by Andy Hamilton earlier.
And here we see the averages. Barneveld just over 104. 99. Stephenson not bad, 85. That's better than a lot of the players that we've seen this afternoon and in the course of the evening. But he's just up against a machine in Barneveld, who really has hit top form right from the first throw of a dart in this World Championship.
Well, he had ceramic barrel darts for several months, abandoned these old darts, so we see the Geordie lad just pulling the last darts. Barney going to go 2 legs away from the match. Don't think he'll be changing these darts much, Nige. Double 16. Oh, glissando! And there was a wince of pained appreciation on the Geordie chops.
Still hasn't had a shot at a double, Stephenson.
99.
He's not played badly. His scoring has been good, but Stephenson literally hasn't had a sniff in this game. And Barneveld has been clinical. Just 1 miss at a double so far It's absolutely superb and a notch above anything we've seen today and indeed this evening here at the Ali Pali. And
indeed, 3 days. Early doors set by Thornton and Co-Stompy 94s. Taylor had a 97 last night. Andy Hamilton about an hour and a half ago hit 102. And at the moment, the Meister Singer is the Dutch flinger.
81.
Well,
126.
I'd say it was like keeping firework in the same pocket as your matches. Still need to let Barney off. Wow, double six. Oh, yes!
Mark Stephenson.
Putting a bit of a veneer. And is he chuffed or is he chuffed? Stops the Dutch rampage for now.
2 treble 19s in the build-up to that. And that means that Mark Stephenson has got a 100% success rate at the double. Fair play to him. He deserved that opportunity as well, because he hasn't played badly in this game.
Crowd loving this, Nigel loving it, because just like with Speedway, no brakes. Wallop. Oh, exquisite.
140.
Well, Barney's fast and furious tonight, that's for sure. In absolutely majestic form. But Stephenson had a wry smile on his face 59. When he got that victory, that particular leg, and he deserved it. I don't think Barney would begrudge him that. Done the 18 route there.
92.
Barneveld still in cruise control.
Absolutely. So the averages
100.
almost balancing what the draw said should happen. Taylor should dominate one half of the draw, Barney the other. Taylor only 97 average last night. Barney's sitting on 105. So, as we come to the end of day 3 of the World Championship here at Ali Pali, greatest tournament 94. In the world.
Raymond,
the Dutchman.
That's only his 3rd miss at a double throughout the game.
Thank you.
Can Stephenson do it again here to break Barney's throw? Needed the treble 20, so Barneveld will return here.
47.
He's going to go tops for 2-1 in the 3rd set. No problem whatsoever. And Barneveld now finds himself just 1 leg away from victory.
Well, further down the course, he could be on course to meet Andy Hamilton, who's just on 102 average. That could be so much. Barney's sitting almost
58.
Casually, elegantly on 103.6. In the red bit again. Still alive to the red flock.
100.
Yes, Barneveld will just be delighted that he started this tournament in style.
58.
Match now for Barneveld. A rare miss at the double and another
46.
one. Well.
Mark required 32.
Stephenson stepping up now to level the 3rd set.
On the wire. In the bed. Generous applause from the large, boisterous crowd here at Ali Pali. Barney going for the match. Looking finish with an end average of 104. Just pulled the last dart a snitch.
Yeah, you do get the feeling that that was delaying the inevitable where Stephenson was concerned. But look at this, full credit to him. His first 180 of the game. And full credit to Mark Stephenson.
High in grit. But it's far too late. 11 it. Barney average 105.2. Way leader of the pack.
Stephenson's averaging nearly 90. But Barneveld up towards 106 now with that treble. Brilliant. And surely now the end is nigh for this man. But he can feel pretty pleased with his efforts. He's just run into a colossal display from Barneveld. Simple as that.
Co-Stompy beat Taylor the other week in Frankfurt. Taylor had 108 average. Barney's going to end very close to that. 105 average, looking good. Pulled the dart. By far our best average of the tournament so far.
Down to 50% with the checkouts now, Barneveld. Bullseye now for Stephenson. Oh,
96.
great effort, tremendous effort.
Into the last 3 inches. Should have more top spin. Double niner, sew it up.
10 score.
Well,
Mark required.
would you
25.
believe it? 9-8 now for Stephenson.
Save the match. Double 8. Cross, green back, double 4. On the
17
wire.
score.
Surely, Nige.
Surely now, Barneveld. Surely, double 4. For the match.
Slide it down the barrel. Oh, just what Sydney said.
Raymond
Well, Nige.